Hello and welcome to Teleislas News with the most important news of the day.
Elsa, the first hurricane of the year in the Atlantic Basin, strengthened on Friday as its maximum sustained winds rose during its advance through the eastern Caribbean.
In the last hours, the once tropical storm Elsa elevated its fury to a Category 1 hurricane. Elsa, moving in a west-northwest with an approximate speed of 24 knots at the moment over the island of Barbados. They indicate that Elsa will remain within the hurricane category throughout the next 24 to 36 hours, with some probability of downgrading near the Dominican Republic. The most likely path of Elsa is indicated to be through the West Indies, crossing from there to the south of Dominican Republic and Haiti. Later, the system will move towards Cuba and the Florida Peninsula. Authorities indicate that so far Elsa will not have any impact on the archipelago department. On the other hand, IDEAMA knows that for this weekend there will tend to be precipitations accompanied in some by lightning and winds above normal in several sectors of the Caribbean region, specifically for the archipelago of San Andres. The entity knows that during the holiday weekend, dry weather is expected with light to partly cloudy skies. Wind speed and wave height will tend to maintain values close to normal. Occasional showers are not discarded in the afternoon hours of Sunday.
And let us learn about the importance of getting the second dose of the coronavirus vaccine and what to do if you or a family member is disabled and wants to get the vaccine against the virus.
The coordinator of immunization of the Health Secretariat, Gina Manuel, explained the importance of having both doses of the vaccine and the procedure to be done around them.
Ya estamos con unificación.
As we are already with the unification of stages, we recommend once again that you go out to the points that the press announces and request your vaccine, both the first and the second dose, because if we apply only one, we will not be completing our vaccination schedule and we will not have the protection required to achieve herd immunity.
The official also explained the procedure for those vaccinated during the massive vaccination day that took place more than 2 weeks ago.
Para la vacunación de las segundas dosis que se aplican.
For the vaccination of the second doses that were applied during the mass vaccination, the first 5 days, the procedure will be carried out on the corresponding date, as well as the points available at the hospital and the other points that will be set up to apply both the first and second doses.
For people with motor disabilities who have not been immunized against the coronavirus to date, the Health Secretariat reiterated some guidelines to be taken into account for their home immunization.
La IPS tiene disponible
The IPS has available some teams that go out to the homes. At the scheduled time, they are visiting the household, so it is important that they coordinate with the assigned phone number so that they can inform the conditions of the person in order for the staff to make the schedule and arrive at the home to perform the vaccination.
To contact the vaccination area of the hospital and request a vaccination visit for a person with disabilities, please call the phone numbers 301-537-3085 or 318-318-2866.
A proposition to bring lighting to the Dopigoli and Lions Hill neighborhoods was approved by a majority of votes.
The deputy author of this proposal stated that this project is of vital importance for the development of these sectors.
El día de ayer estuvimos trabajando una proposición de mi autoría.
Yesterday we were working on a proposal of my authorship which seeks the lightening of the sector of Dopigoli and Lions Hill. After having walked through the sector and talked to several people throughout the area, they were informing us that one of the security problems that is experienced in this sector, or at least is what they fear because there is no lightning in the sector. Then after having reviewed and searched for a solution in which we see that sustainable technology can be implemented and that also is already in the department, as are the solar panels, which we could bring to this sector and provide dignity and quality of life for these people in this sector of the island, which unfortunately are a little abandoned.
The proposal was approved with 9 positive votes, and it is expected that these neighborhoods will be prioritized in the lighting plan of the departmental government.
Until this day, there are people completely affected by Hurricanes Eta and Iota that damaged several islanders' houses and businesses. Laird Pumir is one of these people, a man who is crying out for help from the local and departmental government for his survival.
Laird Pumier is 69 years old who suffered several blows in his life last year. Among these, he lost his business and his home, which was formerly known as the Piscinita Little Pool, due to the aftermath of Hurricanes Eta and Iota, which is why he is currently without a place of his own where he can find shelter or a job to support himself financially.
I was in Medellin when the hurricane came, and just imagine no one was at the home, so everything that was there on that spot lost, everything lost, totally everything. And when I come, I find that they had it circled around with a cloth around it, and up to this very moment, I come to the governor and I ask, I pass a director petition for they answer me, and then up to today, they don't tell me nothing.
Thanks to the solidarity and goodwill of people, the citizen currently lives in a room where he sleeps and shelters while he finds a solution to his situation.
I am not exaggerating. I don't have anything because the no have a person to send me to Medellin to doctor, and I got over there and 5 months, and they never give me 5 cents. I had to spend everything over myself, you know.
Laird hopes he will soon be able to get help as a hurricane victim and as an elderly citizen who is injured in one of his upper limbs.
We continue with information about the Clip Fest. Until July 4th, which is this Sunday, it will be the community interaction stage.
This means that all those who want to support the documentary videos and music videos must enter to Teleislas channels on YouTube and watch the clip of your choice and like it so the participants will score points.
From the 26th of June till the 4th of July, the video them of the finalists will be up on the YouTube channel of our original channel Teleislas. So go, get like, that one be the way of showing support to who no want win. We make the jury at the end of the day see all the support, and then we put points extra to those who are participating.
And now we continue with all the information from our sister island of Full Providence and Ketlina. The Attorney General's office required the government of San Andres, Old Providence, and Santa Catalina to take actions to allow the payment of more than 1,000 million pesos owed by the municipality of Old Providence for the public energy service.
In a letter sent to the governor, the public prosecutor's office urged him to specify the scope of the commitment acquired regarding the payment of the accumulated energy service of the inhabitants of the island of Old Providence, estimated at around 800,000 pesos per user in the last 6 months. The control entity evidenced the dissatisfaction of the Rizal community due to the high cost of the service and the lack of clarity regarding the payment of the bill. In addition, it warned of alleged irregularities in charging of the public energy service to temporary refugees who lost their homes due to the passing of Hurricane Iota. The worrisome situation had already been manifested by the residents of Old Providence.
En mi vida habíamos pagado una.
Never in my life have we ever paid a monthly energy bill of 1,107,300 pesos. That was my bill for the month of May.
And if tomorrow they don't pay, we will have to respond for all in light, and will be difficult because if I can't pay 1 month, not working right now, how am I going to pay 3 months? So I want to know what will come with that light bill. Next thing, we have several hours, though living in the house, don't even have one bulb, and the light bill is coming for 80,000 or 100,000 when not a soul in that house.
The control entity sent copies of the energy bill of the inhabitants of Old Providence to the Superintendents of Public Utilities. It also requested a visit to the archipelago to verify the difficult situation. Teleislas News contacted the governor, who preferred not to make any statements until he had met with the prosecutor's office on the subject. However, he clarified that the commitment continues, but that not 1 peso has yet been paid. This news agency will be following up on the development of this topic.
USAID has been providing relief supplies to affected families since the beginning of the disaster and is now continuing this work in Old Providence together with OFDA and the American and Colombian Red Cross with the delivery of kits to the inhabitants of Old Providence.
In a joint effort between OFDA, the American Red Cross, the Colombian Red Cross, and the USAID funding, hygiene and COVID protection kits have been delivered to the residents of Old Providence affected by the hurricane. This is part of a project called Emergency Response to Hurricane Iota in Old Providence and Santa Catalina.
The Colombian Red Cross is conducting an activity that focuses on distributing and complementing humanitarian assistance in response to water, sanitation, and hygiene. Our lines of intervention are focused on delivering family hygiene items, COVID prevention kits, water filters to improve water quality, and storage tanks.
These deliveries are being done with training to improve the knowledge of islanders in water management, sanitation, and hygiene.
Actividades de formación, capacitación.
Education and training activities that seek for people to improve and increase their knowledge on water purification, management of elements such as garbage, these types of actions that are key.
The aids has been delivered in the different sectors of Old Providence throughout the week.
And now let's continue with all the cultural news of our department.
The island designer Greta Huffington was the special guest in the George Washington University Museum in the United States to give a demonstration of the work she does with scraps of fabric, in addition to making known the cultural importance of this art from for the island. Those interested in participating in this workshop that will take place on the 31st of July may register through the website of the Embassy of Colombia. For all young people between 14 and 28 years old who want to learn about art and discover the many possibilities of expression can now do so through the platform Sakudete courses and workshops. On this website, you can access free courses in the photography, cultural mediation, and art appreciation, and others.